Me? For real? Oh. You can call from the Bahamas using Rev Boy's prepaid home phone service and prepaid chat cards for much less.
Hey girl, are you ready?
You get free unlimited on-island calls, voicemail, and no internet service or ID is required.
Hello?
Rev Boy's prepaid home phone service and prepaid chat cards.
Hey, yo mi mamá, ¿estás bien?
Staying in touch never sounded so good.
Good evening, Bahamas, and thanks for joining us at NB12. Coming up tonight in news, a family of 4 held up in an early morning home invasion. The family speaks out on the traumatic experience. Hours later, a brutal murder rocks Mount Tabor Estates. And hours after that, another man murdered off Carmichael Road. Government ministers explain the math behind a possible reduced payout to Baha Mar. Plus, hundreds of students graduate the College of the Bahamas as the push begins for a Bahamian college president. We have those stories and much more coming up tonight. I'm Christina McNeil, and your NB12 starts right now. Of 4 was left shaken after masked men broke into its home off Carmichael Road in the early morning hours. One of the robbers held the family, including a 1-year-old girl, at gunpoint as his 2 accomplices stole their bank cards and emptied their bank accounts before escaping in 2 of their vehicles. This morning's home invasion comes 5 days after gunmen invaded a 69-year-old grandmother's home off Nassau Street, stole her family's valuables, and shot her. Vonique Toot has the details in this report.
While they were sleeping, 3 masked men invaded the Miller family's home off Carmichael Road shortly after 3:30 this morning, getting away with 2 vehicles, jewelry, and money. The victims say one of the men shattered the bottom window pane in this bedroom window before pushing out the screen and then letting his 2 accomplices in. 61-year-old Michael Miller was visibly shaken this morning as he recalled the harrowing ordeal. Sitting on the living room couch between his wife Sylvia and their daughter Michaelina, Miller says he woke up this morning with a gun in his face.
So all of a sudden, I just feel someone tap me, They say, get up. So when they get up, they said, don't make no noise. Don't make no noise. So, I was shocked, So once they time up, so they tell me turn over, they turn me over, they tie me up, my hand behind my back.
The Atlantis chef says the culprits then woke up his 57-year-old wife and demanded that they lie face down on her bed.
This is being a wife from you see, this how they have the place, you see?
Oh, so they threw all of these things over.
They open all the drawers, take up, they just throw down everything, look, yes.
You suspect they were looking for jewelry and money at the time.
Exactly right.
And you were in the bed here.
Yeah,
when
with my hand behind my back, laying flat, and my wife was there, my daughter was here on her baby.
The trio then allegedly barged into his 23-year-old daughter's room, where she and her 1-year-old daughter, Rodina, slept.
So I didn't have on any clothes. So one of the guys said, throw this around you. I said, well, I need to get my baby. Let me just get my baby. So they said, well, get her, Herb, get her. And I lift her up, and when she woke up, she started to cry, say, shut up, make her shut up.
The young mother says she tried to reason with the 3 men, pleading with them not to hurt her family. She says the trio demanded they hand over their ATM cards, then proceeded to clean out their bank accounts.
He write down the ATM number on the pen, and he left one with the gun, and the other 2 went inside my father's truck, and they went to Commonwealth Bank, and they came back, and he said, this code better be right, because if this code ain't right, y'all can get shoot today.
In the end, she says the men got away with her mother's wedding ring and other jewelry, their cell phones, cash, her gray 1998 Honda Accord, and her father's black 2008 F-150 truck, as well as the keys to their 3-bedroom home. Miller says the culprits seemed to be young and admitted to watching their house for a while. She says they wore masks on their faces and socks on their hands to avoid leaving behind fingerprints. However, she says one of them got sloppy, admitting that he recognized her.
Every time I talk, they tell me keep quiet, but they allow my daughter to talk, you see.
One was drinking water and belch afterwards. He say, "You come from CV?" And I came from CV. "And you come from CV?" One of the guys they call Eyes. The next one is calling Richard. Say, "Y'all is sleep hard. Y'all is really sleep hard." That's all he was saying.
Miller says the ordeal lasted for more than an hour. The men even took time out to write derogatory comments about the Royal Bahamas Police Force on the walls. On the bathroom mirror, one of them used a black marker to scribble "crime time."
So, where were you when they were writing, when they were scribbling this on the door?
I was in the bed laying, had me tie up. I didn't even know they do this until they, then look on the mirror too.
Miller estimates his family lost more than $60,000 worth of valuables. However, he says he's grateful they got to keep the most valuable things, their lives. Reporting for MB12, I'm Vonnie Tude.
Well, the body of an unidentified man found in the Mount Tabor Estates area this morning has become one of the country's latest murder victims. Celeste Nixon was on the scene and has the details in this report.
Superintendent Paul Roll said police discovered a body of a man believed to be in his early 20s off C.W. Saunders Highway early this morning around 9:45 a.m. Roll said the victim, found in a blue Honda Accord, was shot in the head and torso. Initial police investigations have determined that the victim was likely killed some hours before, as rigor mortis had already set in, according to Roll.
Officers responded to this scene where we did in fact discover the male sitting in the vehicle with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his head as well as his upper body. It's still early in the investigation right now. It does appear as though he was here for a while, as the rigor mortis has already begun to set in, possibly been here for several hours from perhaps sometime last night.
Police are appealing to the public to come forward if they know anyone fitting the victim's description.
He was wearing, in fact, a white T-shirt with one of these capri type 3/4 pitch blue jeans, and has a row of gold teeth across the front of his mouth, and his hair in fact rolled down. We believe the Honda Accord is registered to a female in the Garden Hills Estates, and so we want them to check stock and see whether in fact their vehicle has not returned home and their loved one has not returned home.
Describing the community as relatively quiet, residents said they were shocked by the turn of events. While wishing to remain anonymous, a 13-year resident of Mall Avenue said she heard dogs barking around 3 a.m. this morning but did not hear gunfire.
Yes, I am truly surprised at what has taken place because around here is normally quiet, extremely quiet. Around 3 o'clock I woke up to my dogs barking. About 3 a.m. I woke up to my dogs barking and I looked through the window and I saw nothing and I went back to bed. I heard nothing, saw nothing, but I know that the dogs was barking.
While Roll said most of the residents in the area were at work when the body was reported, police are going door to door, hoping residents can give some insight into what has happened. According to Roll, this is the country's 52nd murder for the year. Reporting for MB12, I'm Celeste Nixon.
And this afternoon, the murder count climbed yet again as a man's body was found through a track road off Lazarito Road in the vicinity of the All Saints AIDS camp in Carmichael Road. Police say the man was shot and was dead when they found him around 4:15 p.m. This takes the country's murder count to 53 for the year. Pick up a copy of tomorrow's Nassau Guardian for more on that story. In other news from the crime beat, a 13-year-old boy was one of 5 males arrested last night as police removed 3 handguns and several rounds of ammunition from the streets of New Providence. Police say the 13-year-old was taken into custody along with a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old after police stopped and searched the vehicle they were driving along Soldier Road. Police say they found a handgun and ammunition in that vehicle. Earlier Monday evening, police arrested a 25-year-old of Cowpen Road who was found in possession possession of a handgun at a business establishment on Soldier Road. A 21-year-old man of Augusta Street was then arrested at Arawak Key when he too was found in possession of a firearm and ammunition. According to police records, 141 firearms have been taken off the streets to date, along with 2,145 rounds of ammunition.